Refrigeration is a common method for extending the shelf life of perishable foods and maintaining their freshness. However, not all foods benefit from being stored in the refrigerator. In fact, refrigerating certain items can lead to adverse effects such as changes in texture, flavor, and overall quality. Understanding which foods should not be refrigerated is crucial for preserving their taste and nutritional value. Here are 13 foods that you should avoid refrigerating and the reasons behind it. Tomatoes. Tomatoes are highly sensitive to cold temperatures, which can cause their texture to become mealy and their flavor to diminish. Storing tomatoes in the refrigerator can also inhibit their ripening process, resulting in a loss of taste. Instead, keep tomatoes at room temperature, preferably in a cool, dry place away from direct sunlight. Potatoes. Refrigerating potatoes can lead to the conversion of their starches into sugars, resulting in a gritty texture and an undesirable sweet taste when cooked. To maintain their flavor and texture, store potatoes in a cool, dark place, such as a pantry or cellar. Onions. Onions can absorb moisture in the refrigerator, leading to mold growth and a loss of flavor. Storing onions in a well-ventilated area away from direct sunlight helps preserve their freshness and flavor. It's also advisable to keep them separate from potatoes, as they can cause each other to spoil faster. Garlic. Refrigerating garlic can cause it to become rubbery and lose its characteristic flavor. To keep garlic fresh, store whole bulbs in a cool, dry place with good air circulation, such as a pantry or countertop. Once cloves are separated, they should be used within a week. Avocados. While ripe avocados can be refrigerated to slow down ripening, unripe avocados should be kept at room temperature to allow them to ripen properly. Refrigerating unripe avocados can halt the ripening process and result in hard, flavorless fruit. Bananas. Refrigerating bananas can cause their skins to darken prematurely, but the fruit inside remains unaffected. However, if you prefer your bananas firm and ripe, it's best to store them at room temperature until they reach the desired ripeness. Bread. Refrigerating bread can accelerate staling and cause it to lose moisture, resulting in a dry, unappetizing texture. To maintain its freshness, store bread in a cool, dry place such as a bread box or pantry and consume it within a few days. Honey. Honey has natural preservatives that make it resistant to spoilage, even at room temperature. Refrigerating honey can cause it to crystallize and become thick and grainy. To keep honey liquid and flavorful, store it in a cool, dry place away from moisture. Coffee. Refrigerating coffee can cause it to absorb moisture and odors from other foods, resulting in a loss of flavor and aroma. To preserve its freshness, store coffee beans or ground coffee in an airtight container at room temperature. Olive oil. Olive oil can solidify and become cloudy when stored in the refrigerator, but this does not affect its quality. Storing olive oil at room temperature allows it to maintain its fluid consistency and full flavor. Keep olive oil in a cool, dark place away from heat and light sources. Melons. Whole melons, such as watermelons and cantaloupes, should not be refrigerated until they are ripe. Storing unripe melons in the refrigerator can slow down the ripening process and affect their flavor and texture. Once ripe, cut melons can be refrigerated for short-term storage. Stone fruits, peaches, plums, nectarines. Stone fruits are best stored at room temperature until they are ripe and ready to eat. Refrigerating unripe stone fruits can inhibit the ripening process and cause them to become dry and flavorless. Once ripe, store them in the refrigerator to prolong their freshness for a few days. Hot sauce. Hot sauce contains vinegar and other preservatives that prevent bacterial growth, even at room temperature. Refrigerating hot sauce can cause its flavors to dull and its consistency to thicken. Store hot sauce in a cool, dark place to maintain its flavor and consistency over time. In summary, while refrigeration is beneficial for preserving many foods, there are certain items that are best kept at room temperature to maintain their quality. By understanding which foods should not be refrigerated and how to store them properly, you can ensure that your meals are always fresh and flavorful.